this is the special results. Okay, so now let's create a folder. Let's name this folder lab. It's a lab we're gonna create a part. This part's gonna be a similar. So here, I'll change these to similar. We're gonna change the color to red. And we're gonna rotate here 90 degrees. All right. Here, here. Like this. Okay. After doing that, we name it. I'm gonna create a part inside. This part is gonna be anchored. It's gonna be anchored, and we're going to here and here. The next is to add here texture. In the texture, we're gonna select the image here. It's gonna be of 3 elements. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3 elements. So we select here, we have it here. We select here. Okay. If I press F8 to run it, okay, here, this is how it seems. The next is to understand how to display one number in the center of the quad. In order to do that, we need to make a calculation. We need to manipulate this value, this, and these properties. So if I change here, let's say to 4, we can see it's changing. I can increase here maybe, and we can see it's changing. So changing these values, these two values, is going to make the changes. So what are the values that we need to add here? The value is gonna be the multiplication of the size of the y. In fact, I'm gonna change here. Because I want a different. Let's say we want here. So the part is gonna have in x is gonna be a size of 4. So we need to multiply 4 to say 4 multiplied by the number of elements of the row. We know that here the sprite has only 3, so we need to multiply 4 by 3 is 12. So we can see the number is in the center. Now we need to center it in the vertical way. It's the same formula. We need to check the y value is 6. So we need to multiply 6 by the number of columns, by the number of elements by columns. We only have one element by column, so it's gonna be 6 by 1. So basically, we're gonna put here 6. So this is really central. By doing this, we can have the number 1. And how are we going to change it from 1 to 2? Let's say we want to display the number 2. So we need to play with this offset. If I change here, for example, to 2, it's gonna be moved. 3 is gonna be moved. 4 is gonna be moved. 5 is gonna be moved like this. So the idea is to take the size, which is 4, and we need to put it here. So the real number is gonna be 4. Okay. If we want to display the number 3 here, so we need to multiply 4 by 2, so it's gonna be 8. Okay, so it's gonna be 0 to display the 1, 4 to display the 2, and 8 to display the 3. So this is the idea. Okay, so let's create a script to manipulate this value. So here, script. Okay, so the idea is that we need to manipulate this value. Local any tiles by row, we know it's gonna be 3 plus 0 minus 1, I'm gonna increase it by 1. In local mine's gonna lab folder dot mine local part is going to be mine dot part, and local texture is going to be part dot texture. So in the texture we need to manipulate this value. Here texture dot offset u is going to be I multiplied by the size of the part. Gonna be part dot size dot x, and we're gonna wait for 1. Okay, so let's make a test doing an F8. Excellent, very good. Let's run it again. But let's see something. What happens if I want to rescale or change the size of the part? Let's suppose I want to change to this, and this. And if I now run again, you can see that it's not working well because I changed the size of it. So how can I fix it? So in order to fix it in the script, I need to manipulate these values stud per tile, because stud per tile is the older value. So what we need to do is here in the texture stud per tiles, it's going to be equal to the same formula. We need to take the size multiplied by the number of elements. So it's gonna be size x by the number of elements. Part dot size dot x multiplied by the number of elements by a row, and a tile by row. Okay, let's run it. Okay, good. We need to do the same with the y. V is going to be the y, and it tiles by column. But column is only one element by column. Okay, let's run it. Nice, very cool. Okay, and what happens if I want to change again the size? Let's make a very small size like this, and let's run it to see what happens. Good, it's central. Okay, the next part is to add an explosion. Let's add it. Local explosion is going to be equal to instance.new explosion. We want the explosion dot position to be equal to the mine. We want the expression to be here in the mine. So mine dot position, and we want to add it to the workspace. Let's see how it goes. Cool. Very good. After doing that, the next is to remove the mine. So mine destroy. Excellent. So we're gonna change here that he is going to start from right size per row into the one. Use. We can change this to 0. Nice. Let's make a small delay here. Wait of 3 seconds. One. And the last thing that we can do is basically put this, the transparency. Okay, so let's try. Okay, cool. Excellent. I hope you have learned with this tutorial. If you have any question, please let me know in the comments.